All right, I guess we're live again. How's it going, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo. I am the world's greatest living artist, and this is a live session with one of my paintings here. So let's do this. I just finished this painting for another session I did on a different platform. And now let's move on to another one that I'm going to do here. Let me just clean my palette very quick here. And let's get this rolling. Let's get it rolling. Let's just get it rolling. All right. So check it out, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna put this one right here. All right. Let's get started. So I'm going to paint a little, I think it's more like a goose than a duck. It's definitely not a duck. And so let's do this. I'm going to start out by drawing it. Very simple. Very, very simple. And I try not to apply so much pressure, because the more pressure you apply, it just depends on how much primer there is in your canvas, the type of oil you're using, and on and on. If you're not careful, you make a big old mess. Hey, thank you so much, Neil. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you. I appreciate it. See? That's simple. This is how simple I do this. Very simple. And then I'm going to move into painting it now. Look at that. There it is. Move into painting it. Then I move in. I move in a little bit more now. Put a little bit of purple in my white, just to create a little bit of shade. You don't want to put pure white. Of course, those of you who understand about painting already, you know that pure white does not mean anything on a painting. You put pure white on a painting in maybe a spot or a dot, if you're trying to do some sort of representational work. That's how you use pure white. Other than that, you really have to know what you're doing in order to use it, because pure white kills a painting. You end up, there's no such thing as pure white. Pure white is just light, right? It's just pure light. And so there's no such thing. It doesn't exist in a painting. The old masters used to say the only place you put pure white is in the tip of a nose of a portrait, right? On the tip of a nose of the person you're painting. Other than that, you never use pure white anywhere else. Or on the lips, right? A dot. You put one dot on the lips. And other than that, that's the only place you put pure white. So it's little dots only. Vermeer was very good at using little dots of pure white. Very simple, extremely simple painting, but very very powerful. Very powerful. The more simple it is, the more I have fun with it. It becomes very, very, very powerful for me. Look at that. And that's how the cookie crumbles, guys. Very, very cool. Check it out. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to my large, very large brush for this little tiny canvas. It's not tiny, it's 11 by 14 inches, but I'm gonna call it tiny because it sounds about right to call it tiny. And I'm going to go in there and sort of fill in the spots. And I can use the same brush to create some nice gestures here, some nice remarks right here. Very bold remarks right here, very bold gestures. Even you can even go and get some black. Put it right there. Now, in nature, orange and red are extremely rare. So if you put an orange and red, they really stand out. You know, next to something where you have lots of greens and tans and yellows. If you put pure orange, it stands out like a sore thumb, as they say. So, or pure red. So sometimes what I like to do is not put pure red anywhere, but use it as an outline, and I'll show you how. To make my, if I were to use blue or something else, it might still stand out, just nowhere near as the red. Because the red is a very it's a very difficult color to find in nature, in the woods or in farms, or you know, that's why the red barn, when people do paintings of red barns, that's why they stand out so much, because it's a very difficult color to find. You can't really find it anywhere. It's almost man-made, right? You can find it in a sunset. Other than that, it would have to be clothes or something, clothes hanging that looks red, or so that's why I like to put it when everything looks green or everything has a lot of tan or has a lot of white or something. I like to put red somewhere, and I try to think, where could the red go, right? And so there's two options, either an object or an outline. And there's more options than that, but I try to use either an object or an outline. In this case, I used an outline, as you can see here. That's where I placed my red, as an outline. So there it is, guys. Again, my name is Jose Trujillo. I am an artist, and I hope you enjoyed this little segment, this little session of live painting. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Adios.